having tea, rastaye dariye. If you're having tea, like the first flash we're having right now, it's awesome. So as long as we are happy and we are well, cheers to that.
First proposal when I was in Jalapur University was "Ek cup chai ami todul ke chai." So it is a very famous song.
The tea party in Boston, that was a long time ago. It has to do with you, even if I'm not wrong. But this being said, I said, of course, tea can help, but I think something can even better help.
Yeah.
This is French wine, and the top of the top is champagne. This is very provocative.
So tea day was actually celebrated since 2005 in a lot of countries. It's an agrarian product. I think United Nations always plays a vital role in a lot of things. So I hope people know of the UNFAO committee. You're talking about $207 billion plus market value of this one beautiful product.
The tea gardens of Nepal, they actually have the same kind of geographical landscape as the Darjeeling tea gardens, much younger than the ones which we have at Darjeeling, which are almost 200 years old. So those gardens are fresh, and so the tea, the same quality of tea tastes much better. This is my personal opinion, and when I used to stay in Nepal, I used to bring tea and send them back to my mother every month.
So when you are in a joint family, everybody is having tea, and you being a kid, you are not allowed. So you think you দেখছো তুমি এদিকে কি খেলে বেড়াচ্ছো আর ওদিকে চা নিয়ে বিভিন্ন গল্পগুজব হচ্ছে ফ্যামিলির মধ্যে. So that's a different experience I had.
My understanding of what is happening now with tea, say over the last 15 years maybe, my work takes me all over the world. So I've been to many airports and sat around for a long time. I've seen Dilma tea everywhere. And the people in the West who do not know about tea also had access to Dilma tea. But Dilma tea is a very average kind of tea, I understand, from Sri Lanka, which was being beautifully marketed.
Somehow that coffee marketing which Lodita was talking about is so good, and tea marketing is something which we should talk about.
But then there's the Tosh brothers who were Indians and who were entered the tea industry. They said, be Indian, buy Indian, and then there was this another trend in the Swadeshi. During the movement, tea again became Indian. So, and then this advertisement came, the Indian tea, the universal beverage. So tea marketing has been very constant.
I'm not a tea expert, but I can tell you that India is the largest exporter of tea to the UK. And the oldest tea house, I think, is only 200 yards from the Indian High Commission in the Strand, in London.
Personal choices জায়গায় চলে গেছে. It's not about community, like talking together, like sitting together. It's not a kind of ritual that way. The ritual has become from community to personal space. আমার মনে হয় চার ক্ষেত্রে.
কোনো কাজে বেরোনোর আগে when Rashmi gives me a cup of tea, black tea, ভীষণ ভালো চা করে. কারণ ভালো চা কোয়ালিটি হলে হয় না, ওটা বানাতে জানতে হবে. So that comes from her.
How much of tea is actually about tea, and how much of it is actually dunking the biscuit in the cha or having the shindhara along with the tea?
So whenever I want to express love and affection, I usually end up, by
about the tea marches and tea cups. So मैं प्यार का इजहार जो है और प्यार जो है वो चाय के जरिए से हमेशा एक्सप्रेस करती हूँ.
I have been living in Calcutta for the last more than 4 years and 4 months. I have talked to many tea people, Mr. Shah and family. I have visited the tea gardens in Darjeeling, in Assam. And I have gifted tea to many people in the community.
I've been trying every year to see if my taste improves and see if I can.
So what stops you from appreciating tea? What is it that you find it?
So I have come here just to try out that if today is the day, this year's tea, International Tea Day becomes the day for me, so that when I can start drinking. So I want to understand what people really like about tea, so I am trying my best.
I think there are good points of tea drinking, so that needs to be highlighted too. It is an antioxidant. It energizes your mood, so if you drink tea, your mood goes up. It's also in certain kind of teas actually help the dialysis patients to clear up their urine and things like that. So white tea, and so there are good points.
And about tea, I have a very happy and sad story. The happy story because I have been brought up in a joint family where there were 15 of us. 11 of us were supposed to have tea and the rest were not supposed to have tea at a certain age. After I was married, no one had tea. So that was very sad for me. Every morning I used to get up and I used to mix a cup of my tea with the newspaper and with the members and with adda, what we normally say. But slowly and steadily, I have made my in-laws that you people have to have tea with me, and you people want to talk to me on my terms of tea. You people should have a legend for me.
Many years back when I moved to Bombay, slowly I realized I'm missing my liquor cha, and I started getting cha pata from Calcutta.
At times what I feel like I just infuse a lot of things, maybe berries or maybe some kind of citrus fruit into it, and I experiment in making a lot of tea, and I think that is, I would call it adventurous.
The most unusual tea I have tasted is, I won't say unusual, but for me unique is jasmine.
My morning tea is always a green tea. Green tea is my favorite. I am a clinical nutritionist, so you know why green tea is my favorite. It is full of antioxidants, saves you from all sorts of lifestyle diseases you can think about. So definitely a green tea is as good as saying no to any number of lifestyle diseases.
Tea is a perfect example of how we've taken a beverage which has roots in China and in different parts of the world, and we've completely made it our own. So that's a fantastic thing.
I think Tea Day is all about remembering. It's quite a struggling activity to get that cup of tea to your team. It starts from 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever you've seen. It is a struggling activity. It is something like what our farmers do, our vegetables come in. We do know how it comes in, but it's quite a struggling activity, and tea has its own challenges.
I don't drink tea on a set. I always avoid having tea because tea is a luxury to me, and I always prefer to have tea like relaxing, in a relaxing mode. So I always avoid